Hey, FMT100 here. We are still in Unit 1, but this is the second section, and we're looking at hazardous material handling. And yeah, so I mentioned that it's an alphabet soup of all the groups that are are involved in our glorious material handling. So we've got OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. That's under the Department of Labor. We have NIOSH. NIOSH is a non-government agency. It is the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. That's the same group that also makes sure that we have the proper respirators, and they're the group that helps register and or certify respirators and the nice breathing apparatuses. N95 masks. That's from them. All right. UL, Underwriters Laboratory, NFPA, National Foundation of, National Fire Protection Association. It is also another non-government group, as well as ANSI. That is the American National Standards Institute. And then last but not least, NEMA. Now, NEMA is an association of manufacturers. NEMA is the National Electrical Manufacturers Association. And they, once again, a non-government group, but they have a lot of say in the electrical side of making sure everybody's safe so we can keep moving on and do healthy things. But for us, we're going to focus on mostly on NFPA stuff, and what we're looking at is going to be NFPA standard 704. So that is the one that looks at our fun stuff, our hazardous materials. And everybody's familiar with the little fire diamond, all right, the little safety diamond. And in each of those uh, diamonds, we've got a total of four. We've got a blue, red, yellow, and white. The blue, red, and yellow diamonds have a number that's 0 to 4. And 0 is just that. It's stable. It doesn't have any hazard associated with it. And 4 is you're having a bad day. So we try and avoid having 4s on our workplace, but at times it is what it is. So if we look at this symbol here, this is a fun one. So 2, blue is our health. So it's not non-toxic, but we're definitely getting up there. This is a concern, so we need to be careful of what's going on in this facility or in this area that has this 2 for health. 4 in our red, our nice little flammable section. It's flammable. It will burn. It's looking for an excuse to do something silly. 3 is in our um, other hazards. Oh my God, my brain just shut down. Either way, so 3 gives us our nice little. We're not extremely, but we are right next to it. And then, sorry, 3 is our reactivity. So it's reactive, not good. And the white diamond here, this is our special applications, and this is supposed to be a W with a line through it. Really hard to see. It's fuzzy even on my screen, and that says it reacts to water. So do not use water to put it out. That's what it's saying. So that's the diamond in an overview. Now we've got another similar one, and that is the Hazardous Material Information Guide. And instead of a diamond, it's just the boxes going down. Uh, figure 113 in the book gives you an overview on that. It's similar, but instead of having this on a site, this would be on a product. So you would see these literally plastered and pasted on containers, on a box. So that's where you'd see these. So Hazardous Material Information Guide is on a product, and the diamond, the fire diamond, the safety diamond is either on a room or on an entire facility. I also need to emphasize that the fire diamond, unlike the Hazardous Material Information Guide, the diamond is accumulation of everything that's bad. So it's just not one item, it's everything that the worst case scenarios and everything in that space that gives you the numbers or the reactivity, the special one. So where are we going to determine, where are we going to get the information so we can put those numbers down? Well, we're going to look at our glorious, formerly known as material safety data sheets to find all that information out. So OSHA is the group that determines this, and they have literally it's a law. So it's supposed to be CFR. It's the Code of Federal Regulations, CFR, and it's standard 29 CFR 1910.1200. And that is the code, the law that says that every manufactured chemical needs to have a means, a material safety data sheet, to communicate the hazards of that chemical. So it has been changed. It is now known as a safety data sheet, and the safety data sheet is the same thing, except now it is in more compliance with the international standard of communicating the same information. And in addition to the same information, they're also now using graphics. They use pictures to convey some of the basic hazards and concerns and protective gear. So it's a combination. So the SDS is the material safety data sheet with the new emojicons, if you will, added in. So we're more in compliance with the international regulations for hazardous materials. So it's nothing drastic. It's just an addition to. It still has roughly the same information. So like section 1, there's 8 sections that are required, and then a 9th section that is an option. So section 1 is manufacturer's name. Section 2 is the hazardous ingredients, if the company wants to give that out. If it's secret blended, they will call it a proprietary, and that makes it a little bit more fun. So you may have to bump into that. If it's proprietary, then it's going to be interesting, and you'll have to go from there. You'll take the physical data, which is section 3, and figure out from there what you have to do, like storing it properly. Section 4 is our fire and explosion hazard. So that's where we're going to get our red diamond. Reactivity data, that is going to be our yellow diamond. And the health hazard data, that is our blue diamond. And that's section 6. Section 7 is the precautions for safe handling and use. And this will also give you the information on what protective equipment you need to wear in order to be safe, as well as any particular things that you need to be aware of while storing this glorious thing, and what items to avoid mixing with it and or storing with it. Control measures are for the poor gents that are dealing with this, ladies and gents, I should say now. Everybody's so sensitive about that. The control measures, if there's a problem, if there's an accident, if there's a spill, if there's a fire, what are you going to be able to do? What do you have to do in order to control this material safely? How do you put it out if it's on fire? How do you put it out safely? So that's on section 8. And I kind of think, for me, being a prior first responder, that was one of the most crucial ones. And then also section 7. And I also go back to section 4 and 5. So yeah, the last 4 are like the most important. Additional comments, which is section 9, is the, hey, it's optional. If there's anything that the manufacturer wants to clarify, if they want to emphasize something or give additional information, they would throw it in there. So that's the good news there. What's even better is pretty much the end of this lecture. So I'm trying to keep them short and sweet the best I can. And we're going to get ready to move on to the next one, which is going to be classes of fire. It'll be fun.